issue has just been inconsistencies. When they all put it together, that's when we see them go on runs in the Pro League and beat some of the best teams in the world.
You just haven't looked great, right, in the final weeks of the
biggest disappointment probably from Division.
They had playoffs, right? They had it and they let it slip.
I feel like this EG team's kind of broke, right? Like I feel like after they lost that playoffs, they get relegated. I'm just not sure much what this team has left.
Listen, man, Kings will dream, bro. What do you guys think?
This is fresh. Come through with a soup.
So we flew to London a day early to kind of help us with the jet lag because we were traveling overseas. And then the next morning, we took a train from London to Birmingham, where the event took place at.
What, bro? This is quality content.
You can't be doing this shit. With me, stop being weird. I look like a hobo. You gotta let me.
If there's nobody sitting here, it's non-stop, so we can move around.
You gotta let me get a little bit of that, please.
Bro, Ian, look at this.
What?
Don't can't fire, straight
bro.
out of it.
No, that actually looks pretty good.
This is tomato, yo, Tao Peep.
Dude, I need something.
It's
I
good,
need something
dude.
like that.
And Ian got.
Zoom in on this. What is this? I don't know what that is.
Kind of got settled in because we knew we were gonna have a pretty hard pull going into the event, which it involved Optic, Envy, and Reckless. So we knew that we had to go big and then win at least 2 of those 3 matches.
We do vetoes yet?
Up next on the main stage, Optic Gaming versus Evil Geniuses.
I actually think that EG have got a chance to take this series. I really believe that. Yeah, they didn't do great. I know, Joe, I know. Hang on, let me get it out.
I think Joe's surprised at the vetoes.
Oh, right.
No.
Zapathy cannot keep up at this pace for the whole game. If he did, you know, EG, they can most definitely take this. The same for Scump as well. He's on a tear right now, but which player is going to step it up?
EG, you got to give it to them. They brought their game to begin with. But after Optic took the control back from them, it was done.
But I'm just saying, like, in a situation like that, it's what I go back to. You gotta, like, make him have to run in goal and kill you. Like, he's not, like, if you play the off angle, he's running right by you. He's going rails. You were, like, L-triggered around goal, and then he's obviously just probably hit fire snap.
Well, at first I tried to keep you alive.
Bro, look, who is playing here? You're not this tall.
How do you put the monitor up?
The mindset going into Birmingham was definitely just to bounce back after an unfortunate series of events in the last week of the league. We actually ended up from being in the playoffs, having the 4th spot, to actually getting relegated, which kind of hurt our confidence a lot, to be honest. We knew that Birmingham was right after our week in the stage, so we had to just come out strong and really focus on bouncing back from the performance that we had.
It even looked like with you were there for 8 seconds with no action.
They could have yelled bro ahead of you unless someone's there helping you, because then you just get committed and lose.
Like, just literally when you're by yourself in the back, play. No, we didn't. No one had more.
You spawned in the back.
I spawned back left bunker, and Pat spawned out, and App was in the hill, so I had to go to the hill and help him. I can't go look mid-match. You should just play range from the back.
When I spawned there, I do that, but I went around the right side.
Bro,
and if they're already there, I'm not going to.
They weren't already there.
But they could have been, because they were light.
Dude, no.
Slow play.
What I'm saying is,
when I get up.
ladder, one ladder, one hat. Ladder, one hat. I'm at it. Let's go, baby. Hat. I don't know, bro. Good job, bro.
I got to take out the slasher got fraud.
I don't know. This makes no sense.
Okay. Yeah, make it classic, yes. Just go from the best player in the game. Yo, I'm glad I have a. Did you give me follow switch back?
Huh?
Yeah, but I was shooting hella straight.
No.
Had the highest KD for 10 events in a row, and I've gone negative every map today, Pat. Yeah, just randomly woke up and can't shoot straight.
One of our team, somebody on our team got him.
Don't like that rotation.
We don't even need to challenge that guy.
So after pool play, we ended up 1-3 in our pool, which was very disappointing. The only team that we beat was the old bracket team that came out, which I believe was Heretics. They are a Spanish team, if I'm correct. So it was definitely disappointing because I felt like we could have played a lot better as a team. And we really let ourselves down. There were a lot of games where we could have, won or at least been in the series that we just threw away. So it's definitely disappointing.
Jibby or Saint?
Do you want to play?
Yeah, okay.
Jibby, I think.
Yeah.
Everything's alright. So what is it? Ardens? Ardens.
They're clogging the lane. The biggest thing for our inconsistencies is just the little plays that can really change the game. A lot of the times during a map, there are a handful of plays that could completely swing the outcome of the game in your team's hands, just depending on if you rotate and you win the first, wave of kills on a hill and you get a full 60 instead of only getting 20 seconds. Our team gets 40. We just don't execute on those plays. As you can see, we are a good team. We have talent on our team to compete with the best and even beat the best, but a lot of the times it just comes down to strictly winning gunfights instead of us making the correct play in those situations that a lot of the other top teams do consistently. When we lose pretty closely. We rarely ever get blown out. We lose a lot of search and destroys 6-5, a lot of hard points within 50 seconds, which is potentially just winning one, wave of kills on a hill and holding. And CTF, the same thing. We're losing by like one cap, which is, it can come from like a counter or just a random pull that we just shouldn't let happen, and we do way more than we should.
Like this one. Stay down. Gotta wait. You gotta get in. Let's go! How did you guys Let's go! Come on, let's go!
It definitely sucks watching. Sitting here with playoffs currently going on, thinking that I should be there. It's not a good feeling. I thought, I don't want to say we deserved to be there because clearly we didn't close out when we needed to, but just as a competitor, it sucks because you want to be up there, you want to be competing with the best teams and just playing. This is like a mini off season and it's not a good feeling at all.
Stand beside a giant that resides no fear. Oh no, I never rise so low. I hear them cry.